Hello, YouTube. I think I'm live streaming. Not that I expect anybody to be watching me at 6:12 a.m. on a Monday President's Day morning, but I'm live streaming. I'm in the parking lot of Factor. I just got off work. Actually, I got off work like 40 minutes ago, but I've been farting around on Reddit and chatting with some people outside work, and it's time to go home right now. Traffic not too bad. It's holiday light, as KTIR likes to call it. I think that's a Detour Danism. Which, by the way, I haven't been hearing him do traffic in a while. I'm kind of curious what's up with that. Although, to be fair, I don't listen to KTAR during rush hour traffic as much as I used to. Opting instead to just watch traffic on the Google Maps traffic aggregate and deal with it that way. Still nobody watching, but do this. Record my work commute home. Of course, it's not quite the same coming out of here when I'm not coming out with a whole bunch of people that just got off work at the same time. By the way, that's the Goodyear Airport directly across from Factor there. Turning left onto Yuma Road, which is the grid equivalent to Buckeye Road. I don't usually come home this way. I usually turn right on Yuma to avoid all the rest of the traffic of people that work at Factor. But they all left a good, 30 minutes ago. So, and mostly what I was doing, it's such a nerd, but I had looked at my email and saw a notice from Reddit, which usually I don't even look at the notices from Reddit in my email, but I saw one from the ELO subreddit. I have no idea why my phone just made that noise, by the way. Anyway, I saw one on the ELO subreddit. Just a random post. It's not like it's that popular of a subreddit, but whoa. Oh, somebody was trying to pass me on the right. Somebody had posted just commenting about the song Starlight from the album Out of the Blue. Nothing particularly great about the post, just a pretty common, hey, why isn't this song a bigger hit? It's a really good song. I've been into ELO for 20 years. Wow, that guy, I almost didn't see him. He's driving with his headlights off and no taillights in a black car. I never have to drive very long in the dark in the Phoenix area to see somebody that doesn't think it's a good idea to turn on their lights. Wow, and his brake lights aren't even working right. Did you see that? He hit his brakes and only the little light in the middle came on. Guy's an accident waiting to happen. At least his license plate light is working. I want to be around this guy so bad, but I don't want to be caught not able to turn right onto I-10. By the way, for those curious about the EV6, I still have it. It's still doing great, and I'm able to keep up on the payments and insurance payments. It's all a little bit more than I bargained for because I got a little bit more of a car than I was planning on getting. I do love that I have the all-wheel drive. I just wanted to get the rear-wheel drive, but I love that I got the all-wheel drive. And the black is growing on me. Although I got a feeling I'm going to really hate it when it gets hot. But at least I can turn on the air conditioning from the app before I head out to the car. Right now, by the way, my battery at 56%. The guessometer telling me approximately 156 miles remaining. And it's been several days since I've used a public charger. Well, not counting one that I went to for like 5 minutes just to see if it worked, because reviews on PlugShare said it didn't work. It did work for me, but it worked for me because I've got a charge point key fob. There's no way to have activated it through the app. All right, this guy still hasn't realized he has his headlights off. That's fabulous. Eager to get around him, so he's no longer my problem. Oh, nope, he's getting in front of me. In his black car with no lights. So yeah, I'm trying to think when I last charged. I want to say Wednesday night. Went out with my friend Corey on Wednesday. I parked. There's a little park. I forget the name of the park, but it's right in downtown Glendale. And there's some free chargers there, absolutely free level 2 electric vehicle chargers that are a joint venture between APS, and which is one of the local power companies here. Not the one I use, by the way. I use SRP, but joint venture between APS and the city of Glendale. Just to kind of encourage electric vehicle usage. I'm finally going to pass the guy who has no tail lights on in his little Scion box. And of course, he's got a digital screen in his car, so he sees lighting inside his vehicle. He assumes his lights are on, and he does also have daytime running lights that are on, so he probably thinks he has lights on. Anyway, behind me, no longer my problem. So right now that I'm getting in traffic, now is probably a good time to turn on the Smart Cruise. I'm doing 76 miles per hour, so I just locked it in at 75. And the car decided I needed to slow down because I was too close to the one in front of me. So, whatever. I keep my following distance at level 3, 1 being the closest and 4 being the farthest away. But yeah, I have it set for 77 miles per hour, so the car will go 77 if there's clear space in front of me enough to go 77. Right now it's locked in at 61 miles per hour. The exact speed is the guy in front of me. And granted, I could go into the right lane right now. Well, yeah, I got enough space to go into the right lane right now, and I can pass him, but passing on the right is just an asshole move. Hey, look, there's somebody watching. Sorry, I cannot see your name because the text is way too small for me to read while I'm driving. But whoever you are, thanks for watching. You're just watching my work commute. Driving home. It's just I haven't live streamed on this channel in forever, so I figured, what the hell, let's do it. Make it bigger. Yeah, that's what she said. I have no idea how to do that, or even if I can do that, to be honest. And no, I'm not adjusting any text size. I'm driving. Well, I'm kind of driving. I've got the Smart Cruise Control on and the lane assist on. So for the most part, the car's kind of driving itself right now. I'm just, live streaming as the car goes down the freeway. But I still need to stay in control of the car and not be messing around with my phone. Yep, there's cars. I'm on the I-10 headed towards downtown Phoenix from Factor, where I currently work full-time in Goodyear, Arizona. I was just talking about how I haven't used a public charger since, I want to say, Wednesday night. I've just been using my level 1 charger at home, which charges very slowly, only 1.3K. But I've got really good at driving the car in ways that are very efficient and getting the most out of my battery. And even though I don't get a whole lot off my home charger when I'm plugged into it, I'm still at 54%. The gasometer's telling me about 149 miles of range left. So, yeah, I could go straight home and just plug it in and not have to worry about getting to work tomorrow either. But I'm going to try to go, since somebody's watching, I'm going to try to go buy a charger, kind of slow DC fast charger that's sort of hidden in downtown Phoenix, actually just west of downtown Phoenix, near the state capitol, at the Arizona Department of Administration. The charger's actually owned and operated by the Arizona Department of Administration, jointly with ChargePoint. And for whatever reason, they're not charging by the kilowatt hour. They're charging by the hour that you sit there, and they're only charging $1.50 an hour for it. And supposedly it's a 64 kilowatt hour charger, but I never get more than 30 kilowatt hours out of it. Have I ever tried California, USA? What do you mean by try? I was born in California. Does that count? I'm curious what you mean by try California. I mean, I've lived in California before. I was born in California. I've driven to California many times. But most of my life has been spent in Phoenix and around the Valley of the Sun. I mean, even though I was born in Oakland, I very much consider myself a Phoenician, and I've lived here off and on, mostly on, for well over 50 years. For the music and movement? What do you mean? Sorry, I don't know what you mean. Oh, I just got passed by a Tesla. Two electric vehicles back to back on the I-10 this morning. I kind of want to crank up my music because that's normally what I do on the drive home, but I don't want to get a content match. So traffic not too bad this morning. It's I mean, for starters, it's really early in the morning. It's 6:25 a.m. here in Phoenix, and it's President's Day, so holiday light traffic. I'm going home. I work graveyard shift. I work from 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. So this is my commute home. Do it all over again tomorrow, plus I'm putting in an extra 4 hours at Circle K through the shift smart app. Oh, Eastern Standard Time. So you're on the East Coast or near the East Coast? I've never really spent any time on the East Coast, although I've been to Georgia a few times, but never to the coast. Just in the Atlanta area, and then kind of south of Atlanta, kind of in the backwoods out that way. Oh, Ohio. Wow, I didn't realize Ohio was in Eastern Standard Time. I've spent pretty much my entire life in the southwestern United States. Or should I say the western United States. I've spent some time in Colorado and Wyoming. Went to high school in Wyoming. But it's funny when people talk about going back east and use the term back east. Up until I was married and in my 30s, back east would have been, for me, going to South Dakota. Because in order to go back, you had to have previously been there, and the farthest east I'd ever been in South Dakota. Any breakfast? No, it's not breakfast time for me. I have 2 meals when I'm at work, since I work a 10 and a half hour shift. I get 2 half-hour breaks. And it's kind of like dinner number 1 and dinner number 2. I don't usually eat after work, to be honest. I don't know. I might have a little sandwich or something when I get home, but it's not breakfast. It's bedtime for me. All right, we're at where the Loop 202 from the south joins I-10. And at this point, the car is slowing down enough. I should probably actually drive it myself, because I'm down to 17 miles per hour. And sorry, I couldn't see that comment right now. I'm actually driving the car myself, so I have to pay attention. That's adaptive smart cruise control along with the lane assist has really been spoiling me in the new car. Not that I really ever take my eyes off the road, you know, but it does require a whole lot less attention. I'm driving a 2024 Kia EV6 light long range, all-wheel drive. Basically my dream car. I've had it for about 2 months. I actually went completely without a car for about 6 months to put away enough money to put the down payment on this. And I absolutely love it. It's basically my dream car. And now I'm stuck. You know, I looked at the traffic before I headed out and thought that this wouldn't happen, but I thought wrong. All right. I want to get out of this mess. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm trying to watch the traffic off to the right. I just want to get the hell off this freeway now. This has just gotten too crappy. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm on the I-10 heading eastbound into downtown, and I'm in Phoenix proper right now. I'm almost, but not quite, to 51st Avenue. Now I can see all the hotels off to my right and my left, and for those who don't know, the hotels around I-10 and 51st Avenue are super, super sketchy. Well, I'm not quite stuck in traffic. I'm moving at 27 miles per hour, but yeah, I would like to get the hell out of this. All right, let's just sit around this truck here. Can I get to the right? Yes, I can. Watch this. Whee! I love this car. Oh, watch out for that guy. I'm getting the hell off this freeway. I've had about enough of it. Name of my new car? You know, initially I called it SBD, short for Silent But Deadly, because the car is pretty much silent, and yeah, it's kind of deadly. It accelerates crazy fast, and it's super heavy. Then I found this picture that I was cleaning a Circle K, and it was in the parking lot, and it said "Uppity Bitch," and it sat on my dashboard for about a month, and I thought that was a fun name for the car. Full electric. It's an EV6. It's one of the Kia, Hyundai, Genesis eGMP series of cars. So full electric, designed as an electric vehicle from the ground up. And in my opinion, the best electric vehicle platform out there. 24 van. Hey, nice to have something new though. Yeah, I don't I don't miss buying gas at all, and I absolutely don't miss spending time at gas stations getting gas. No, I've been dreaming of getting an electric car for a long time. Been very into electric scooters now, I want to say for about 6 years, maybe 7 years. All right, let's get the hell out of here. So I got off at 43rd Avenue, and I'm just going to take this here back road, Roosevelt Street. Because when the freeway is that shitty, I'd just rather be cruising down back roads. And I was a cab driver for a very long time here in the valley, so I know pretty much every back road. What do you mean, what am I getting off at? I'm going home. Although I am going to stop by that fast charger that I mentioned over at the Arizona Department of Administration building. I mean, it's not like I need to get electricity in my car right now. I've got a 51% battery. The range estimation is 140 miles. I could just go home and plug it in. But the electricity from the fast charger at the Arizona Department of Administration building is actually cheaper than my home electricity. Oh yeah, sun's starting to come up. So I would imagine in Ohio the sun's been up for a while now, huh? It's just now rising in Phoenix. Now, for what it's worth, looking up at my phone screen, the phone and the auto brightness levels is making it look a lot brighter than it is right now. It's still very dark outside. Oh my gosh. It's been so long since I've experienced snow, and I do not miss it at all. So good luck with that. Of course, I'm a couple months away from it being over 100 degrees here, and it will stay 100 degrees for a long time. All right, I hear somebody driving like an idiot. All right, off to the right is where my mother went to high school. Good times. So I just crossed 35th Avenue, still heading street. I don't know if this is actually any faster than being on the freeway, but I just got tired of sitting on the freeway not moving. I take 35 miles per hour on Roosevelt Street over Stop and Go on I-10 any day. All right, that fool was on the wrong side of the road, parked in a bike lane. Part of me wants to turn on local news radio, but I know since it's President's Day, they probably don't have the regular morning show on that I like to listen to. Yeah, that's something that doesn't happen in Phoenix. Although I did go to school from 5th grade until I was a senior in high school in Douglas, Wyoming. And we did have snow days there quite often. In fact, not only did we have snow days there, but there were some snow days that only applied to people who lived outside of the small town that I was in. And since I lived a mile and a half outside of the town and generally rode a bus into school, I ended up getting more school days. more snow days than other kids did. Because anytime they said a rural snow day, that was me. Although there were days that my mom like took me to school on those days. She's like, well, I'll take you to school. I'm like, well, all right, I guess. So I'm now heading south on 27th Avenue. That's all the farther Roosevelt Street goes in this part of town. Number 7. Wow, that's a hell of a storm you guys are having. All right, coming up on Van Buren Street. I should have lived in this neighborhood when I was a little kid. About a half mile south of here. Damn, my neck is breaking out. That's not good. Something I was wearing tonight irritating it. Yay, green arrow. Wow, 2 people watching now. It's like maybe I'll start doing this every day. What the hell? Try and revive this dead YouTube channel I don't do anything with these days. My phone, it's a piece of shit. It's a Motorola Moto G Play 2024. I think that's what it's called. It's a very cheap Android. I bought it from the Cox store for $30. And it's the 3rd one of these I've had. First one I had, I got mugged and it got stolen. Second one, I completely shattered the screen, and as if that wasn't bad enough, I left it on the bus on Thanksgiving Day. Those 2 were $60 each, and then when I went in to get another one, I was surprised to see they dropped the price all the way to $30. No, I don't have to plug it in, actually. The battery life on this phone is, for a $30 phone, I'm absolutely amazed with it. I mean, there's a lot of features it doesn't have. Oh my God, that is a McDonald's truck. I didn't even realize it was. I just saw a truck to the right. You're right, it is a McDonald's truck, I think. Anyway, yeah. For a $30 phone, this thing is absolutely amazing, and it has tremendously good battery life. So, nah, I do have a cord. I could plug it in the car, but no, right now I just have it on a windshield mount just to the left of my rear view mirror, and nothing connected to it at all, just running off the battery. So right now we're very near a phone factory I used to work at. And if we turn left on this street here, 21st Avenue, and go north about a quarter mile, there is a polyurethane foam factory that I worked at for quite a while. They fired me. Oh, I'm not so fond of McDonald's food. I do use their app every now and then. I'll get some of the deals on it, but I don't know. McDonald's just isn't what it used to be. So we're going into an area which is very heavily inhabited by the homeless people in Phoenix. I just watched a documentary about homelessness and the fentanyl epidemic that kind of goes hand in hand with homelessness here. And there were some shots in this neighborhood. This is where I'm pretty close to where I'm going to try to charge up. Circle K on the left. I worked there about a week and a half ago. A lot of sketchy people coming and going there. Do I like what? DA. Sorry, it's really hard to read the comments while I'm driving, especially since I'm actually driving and not on the freeway, just letting the car drive itself. I think this light is 15th Avenue. Yes, it is. We're almost to the super cheap electric car charger. One of the best kept secrets for electric vehicles in the city of Phoenix. Not that it's a great secret, it's probably going to be busy, but if it's not, I'm gonna go there and charge. And nope, somebody beat me to it. This building off to the left, that is the Arizona Department of Administration building. And that pulsing blue light is the level 2 charger. And there is somebody there in a Ford Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E, using it. Well, looks like he beat me to it. There's another Mach-E sitting there. And they're plugged into the level 2 charger. Well, I have to be to work tomorrow afternoon, or this afternoon. Trying to think what hours I work at Circle K tomorrow. Work from 2 to 6 at Circle K today, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So 4 hours at the Circle K at 32nd Street in Van Buren. I get off there at 6 and then I go back to Factor and do another 10 and a half hours there from 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. It's a hell of a work day. But it beats the hell out of being broke, and working those kind of long hours is what enables me to have a fairly nice apartment without any roommates, as well as a rather nice brand new car. So. This is downtown Phoenix right in front of me, by the way. I'm at the corner of Adams and 7th Avenue. The building on the screen on the far right there, that is the Phoenix Police Headquarters, which I've heard is going to be demolished soon. Saw that mentioned on Reddit. They're going to bulldoze the place and redevelop it. Some kind of mixed use, residential, commercial, something going in there, which makes me very sad. I mean, it's technically a historic building. It was built in the early 70s. It's a great example of 1970s brutalist architecture, and it's going to be gone soon. I have a lot of very interesting memories tied to that building. As I'm now heading away from downtown Phoenix, the intersection of Van Buren, 7th Avenue, and Grand. Grand Avenue is an interesting street that runs at a 45-degree angle on the grid out towards Wickenburg. It has a bunch of weird 6-way intersections. A lot of Phoenicians avoid it because it's confusing. I enjoy using Grand Avenue. I just don't live on the west side, so I don't have a whole lot of cause for using it. So bummed that there was somebody on that car charger. I was really hoping to get on it for a little bit. Crossing Roosevelt Street again, the street I was going down earlier. And no, it doesn't go through to here from 27th Avenue. It ends at 27th Avenue, but it picks up again at 19th Avenue. And then from 19th Avenue, you can take Roosevelt all the way across Phoenix to a little ways past 32nd Street. It's a pretty good back road for getting off I-10 when the traffic is bad. But even during heavy traffic, like when it's not a holiday, traffic from here to my place usually isn't too bad. This is the what's known as the Deck Park Tunnel. It's the I-10 tunnel that goes underneath the central corridor of Phoenix. And for those that are interested in the history of the interstate highway system in the United States, that was the final link that connected the eastern U.S. portion of Interstate 10 and the western portion of Interstate 10. That was the last bit of Interstate 10 that was completed, connecting the freeway all the way from Santa Monica, California to Jacksonville, Florida. One of the longest highways in the United States. Wow. Use the left exit. I think clean air vehicles that have alternative fuel plates, I think they're still allowed to use the HOV lane. I keep hearing mixed stories about that. I know that used to be a law, but I'm not sure if it still is. But I'm doing it anyway. They used to have the little cloud signs on all the HOV signs, but they don't have them anymore. The cloud signs which match the cloud plates. The clean air plates in Arizona have clouds on them. Large building off to the right, that is now Valleywise Health, but it used to be Maricopa County Medical Center. It'll always be County Hospital to me. I'm off I-10 and I'm on the Loop 202, which is one of the freeways that I passed earlier, but this is the complete other end of it. It's called Loop 202 because it's a loop, and it goes from just northeast of downtown Phoenix, where I just got on it, all the way around the East Valley, all the way around the South Valley, around South Mountain, through Levine, and then connects where I passed it earlier when I was on I-10. Oh, like some asshole passing on the right super fast. Well, I'm almost home. Hopefully I'm going to make it home before the sun comes up over the horizon. Really want to go around this guy, but I don't want to be in the wrong lane and miss my exit. Oh, the so-called girlfriend is apparently typing something to me on Snapchat. Oh, she sent me a message. Part of me wants to look at that, but you know, I'm just going to finish this live stream as I complete the rest of my lovely commute home. And coming up my exit, this one's kind of a tricky one. So I take the McDowell Road exit, which means splitting onto the 143. being in the left lane on the 143 split, and then taking the McDowell Road exit. And it's the only exit that's anything like this in the city of Phoenix. I usually do this a whole lot faster, but the cars in front of me are going kind of slow. Nice view of Papago Park off in the distance. The Papago Buttes. There's a view of Camelback Mountain. I live in Lower Arcadia, which I feel is one of the best parts of Phoenix. There's a part of me that wishes I had a shorter work commute, but I wouldn't give up living in this area of town to live in a West Valley suburb. Kind of grew up believing that there is a right and a wrong side of I-17, and I don't mind working on the wrong side, but I don't want to live on the wrong side. All right, y'all, welcome to my neighborhood. A pretty cool little part of town. Old enough to have Salt River Project flood irrigation. Lots of mature trees. Older houses. School off to the left. Coming up on Pierce Park. House right there. One of my neighbors, her mother owns that. I've been doing an interesting remodel on it. That's Pierce Park off to the left. There's a Lime Scooter off to the right. We are in the Lime Scooter coverage area, which is very limited in the city of Phoenix. All right, this is the back way into my place. I would own a home in this neighborhood, but that's one on the left is for sale. Yeah, it's a little out of my price range. I'm just really lucky I was able to find a rental in this area that I can afford. Rents in Phoenix are still pretty pricey. I love that big tree on the left. All right, down the alley. The old Crosscut Canal Park and Greenbelt off to the right, which has a really nice bike route on it. So right up ahead, this alley was horribly overgrown. All these trees on the left had grown to where it covered it. And the trash trucks would still go through it, but it scratched the shit. I didn't want to take my new car through it because I didn't want these branches scratching my car. And my mom came to visit me, and shortly before I had to go to work on the day before she left, we came here and we trimmed all the trees down so I could drive through here. So this is the route I usually take home. And I should probably stop the live stream because this next part is going to get embarrassing. But in order for me to charge my car, I need to back into one of my neighbor's parking spots. She's told me I can use her spot to charge since my Mercedes is still sitting in my spot. And it's got these poles. There's my old Mercedes right there. Yeah, it's very awkward to back into. Every time I do this, I'm just nervous as hell. I'm gonna scratch my car on one of these stupid poles. Oh, that's it. Let's wake up the neighbors with the horn. Oh, and the car will beep at me the whole time I do this because it thinks the poles are way too close. The EV6 is a little bit wider than an average car, so it does make backing into super narrow parking spots a little tricky. And I'm crooked. Oh, this is so awkward. And I do have a backup camera, but I really need to watch my mirrors because these poles are so close on both sides. And I have to back in because the charging port is on the passenger side and the rear of the car. I got to get it as close to the building as possible. Almost to my spot. Oh, all right. I felt the dirt on the back wheel. So I averaged 3.3 miles per kilowatt hours. Not bad considering how much of that drive. I don't think there's anything in my bag that requires refrigeration. No, there's not. I'll just leave it here. Oh, wait. Oh, nope, there's chocolate. That needs to come in. Let's see if I can get this out of the phone holder. Well, stopping the live stream. Hey, got it. All right, let's hit the button to open the charge port. Juice hole right there. There's my cat nugget and my charging cord.
Charging started.
Car lets me know that the charging is going. Run the cord like so to make sure nobody trips on it. And yeah, that's it. I'm done buying gas. Simple as that. And I'll have more than enough juice on it when it's time for me to go to work later today to go. Easy peasy. Much for watching. I'm not sure how to stop this. Go me.